My name is Christophe Savio. I am the country manager of Swatch Group Japan. I'm very honored and pleased to have you here. And I wish you all a happy Speedy Tuesday. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. It's a big pleasure for me to be here on behalf of Omega HQ. I welcome you to the last Speedy Tuesday of the year. We met the 8th of January this year for releasing you the reborn of the 321 caliber. At that time, it was only a caliber, but today you will have the great chance and the great opportunity to see the product. You will have also the chance to see the production process of the different components of these two watches, but also the production process of the component of the 321 caliber.
Today we are here for Speedy Tuesday, to celebrate Speedy Tuesday with you. I have been a Speedmaster fan for many years. I bought my first Speedmaster exactly 20 years ago, in October 1999. It's unthinkable of these days, but at that time the caliber 321 Speedmaster was cheaper than the caliber 861. So things have changed in these 20 years. Having a community is something that you have lots of people using the Speedy Tuesday hashtag on Instagram. I think we are over 180,000 times that the hashtag is used today. So that's quite an accomplishment. So thank you for that. And Speedy Tuesday is about the community. It's about collecting Speedmasters, talking about Speedmasters, being together here like in an event like this or where in the world. And if you have friends who collect Speedmasters, feel free to host your own event, call it Speedy Tuesday, and share the passion that we have all together for this watch. You will see that today as well. If you don't know each other, tap each other on the shoulder, ask who you are and what you collect or what you're wearing. I think that makes it fun. Later on, we will have some very special watches for you available at the back, including the new Speedmaster with the caliber 321, made in platinum. There will be people around to tell you about the watch, how it works, and how it was designed, and so on. We have a very special guest, and I'm very happy that he's here. It's Sam Cossman. Give him a warm applause.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. Oh, thank you. Good evening, everybody. Talking about my two favorite things, Speedmaster watches and space, with an audience who shares the same passion. The idea that exploration could be a true vehicle with which to inspire change and innovation that led me to my next big idea, and that I'm very excited to share with you tonight. Not a lot of people have seen this. It's a pretty audacious project, and it's rooted in a lot of the same things that we're here to celebrate tonight as the 50th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing. It is a space project. Going to space as a civilian is pretty much here and now. I mean, this is the stuff dreams are made of, and we live in that reality now. There have been some unfortunate mishaps in time, and of course, getting access to space requires spaceships, space shuttles, to go through these inhospitable environments that, of course, in the worst case scenario, we don't have contingency plans for. When you have a flat tire in your car, you pull over and you change your tire. You can't do that in suborbital space. On the left here is a guy named Dr. John Clark. He himself has an incredible background. He's a Special Forces parachutist and a NASA flight surgeon for multiple shuttle missions. But most notably, and sadly, his wife was Laurel Clark, this woman here, who died aboard the Columbia disaster. After that horrible incident, he dedicated his life to crew survivability and became the foremost expert in it. And his life's mission became thinking about how to avert those types of disasters from ever happening again. On the right side here, we have Astronaut Hall of Fame, Scott Parazynski. Scott's an extraordinary human who is also a physician. He was John Glenn's personal physician and only astronaut ever to summit Mount Everest. But both of these folks have lost a lot in space and put a lot on the line and lost a number of friends along the way who paid the ultimate sacrifice. That was the genesis of Project Quantum Leap. How it might be possible to jump out of a perfectly good rocket and survive the ride to Earth. You can see the altitudes there, 30 kilometers, 39 kilometers, which is kind of where our knowledge stops. And there's a massive gap between where the spaceships will be flying and where we have characterized the environment and understand how reentry could occur. So we've put together a project that involves taking a rocket-powered vehicle up to 100 kilometers, opening up a hatch with a life support system and a spacesuit. I would egress from that vehicle, and after a short period of weightlessness, orbit would decay, at which point I would need to deploy a heat shield. And this heat shield is the great innovation of this project. It's a huge project. It's going to take a couple of years. Only a few people have seen this video, but I wanted to share it with you tonight because I think it's representative of the spirit of this event and why we're all here today. You never know how extraordinary that idea could evolve as others take it and run with it in a completely new direction. But thank you guys very much for hosting tonight, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So we'll continue with the panel talk. So I'd like to invite Sam again on the stage, and
Sure.
Gregory as well. Greg, in the past there was a space mission that also had a critical return and had to rely on, I think, not only on the technical equipment on board of the Apollo, but also they relied on the watch. Mm-hmm. Can you share the story about Apollo 13?
Oh, sure. I think everybody knows the story about Apollo 13. And as I said before, the Speedmaster was the astronauts were equipped with the Speedmaster as a backup. And when they have to returning safely on Earth, they needed to measure exactly 14 seconds in order to burn the engine during 40 seconds, in order to get the right angle. Mm-hmm. And the electronic devices were out of order. And the only way to measure exactly 14 seconds was the use of the Speedmaster, of the chronograph. And thanks to the chronograph, and Omega received in October in 1970, Omega received the Silver Snoopy Award.
It's the highest reward that NASA gives to staff or suppliers that did something special.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why a few years ago the Apollo 13 Silver Snoopy watch came with a silver pin.
The silver medallion. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice. Sam, can you share something about your connection with Omega, your connection with watches perhaps, or tell us something about the almost volcano-proof watch you are wearing today?
You know, my personal connection with Omega, I think, spans two different areas. One, just a tremendous respect for the craftsmanship that goes into this and the heritage. But then the other side of it is just the nature of the brand itself. The other personal connection that I feel when it comes to using this particular watch is time plays an element in everything that I do.
Perhaps Gregory, for you, for future space programs, and for you as well for your next big Quantum Leap project, what kind of functionality would you like to see or develop for watches for professional use in space? And
it's not really regarding the functionality, but regarding the resistance of very high and low temperatures. That's why the Speedmaster with the mechanical movement is still used today for the EVA and not the X33, because the X33 has a digital display, and with very high and low temperatures, the display can be frozen. Mm-hmm. So I think we have to work on the new material and also on the new conception in order to protect the movement and the display of these very high and low temperatures you can find on space. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.